All right, guys. Fula coming to you with another commentary. Yeah, man. All I gotta say is like women, like Western women are like I don't know even what the word is anymore. Like with Western women, I can't even classify a word. You know, trying to think like what's a good word to group them in. You know, modern Western women. Yeah, man. Shoot, I can't even think of a word, but anyhow, if you let a woman be the shot caller, if you let her be the master of the chessboard, she's gonna checkmate you every single time, and she's gonna use pawns to do it. Let's see how it works in this one. Okay, let's see. And they'll set you up like this, what I'm about to get into.
This is KLVK News at 10.
Leave! Do it right now! You gotta use it, mother. God damn it, I'll take it from you.
So the backstory is that a father is trying to pick up his kid, but the thing is the kid's not there at the in the place. The kid's not in the place. So this is how it unfolds. Hold on just a minute.
Attorneys for the widow of Chad Reed, a man killed
Captured by
Lubbock on no Caruth.
about this video.
Questions and Terry, Matt, that Ruth attorney saying Chad Reed's widow
Subpoenaing Ed Marie.
Reed's death on November 5th.
Hold on.
I'm subpoenaing Ed Marie.
911. Call 911. Call 911.
After the children by
Hold on
permitting
just
them
a
to
minute. I'm gonna show y'all the conversation that took place before, and we're gonna dissect the conversation that took place before. Hold on just a minute, and then I'm gonna show you what this I don't even want to use the bitch word, but it almost makes me want to use it. But let's go ahead. Hold on.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Get off of my property.
So he's the father of the kid, and he's looking to pick up the kid. That man that just came out who said get off of my property is the beta male simp, who is now, I guess, since Brittany Renner has said it's stepdaddy season, many women have taken heed, and they're looking for these stepfathers. But the thing is about this woman is, she's evil, and I'm gonna tell you why as it progresses.
I'll go get him. I'm supposed to have him at 3:15.
So he says, where's my child? And granted, he's probably frustrated because she probably does this every time, putting him through the ringer to see his kid. This is probably one of her tactics that she does all the time, is putting him through all these difficulties to see his kid. And granted, he probably thought the kid was going to be over here, but she knew the kid wasn't going to be over here. But let's listen.
You're playing games telling me that I can pick him up at 6. I'm going to have the cuffs. I already got the cuffs.
listen to what he said. You're playing games. You're playing games. Now, this is what these women like to do. And it's sad that they keep their kids strong, like they strong arm their kids. And the sad thing about that is the simple fact that, you know, the more the kid hangs with the mother, especially if it's a boy, the more feminine he's going to be, the more he's going to grow up to act like his mother. And that's the unfortunate thing about it. You know, it's very unfortunate because, you know, he's going to take off that, he's going to take on those traits, those feminine traits, you know what I mean? So that's the sad thing about it. But she doesn't seem to mind as long as the baby daddy is suffering. That's all she's happy about.
Because that's probably where he is. It's not when I'm done working. I get him at 3:15. I get him at 3:15. I don't care if you wanted to see him or not. I get him at 3:15.
So, apparently there's already a program in order where he gets his son at a certain time. Granted, she changed this program. You know, she changed this program. You know.
If you want to see him, you see him up until 3:15.
And mind you, she's not even with the child right now. So what this tells me is like she doesn't give a damn about that kid. She uses that kid as a pawn to torture this man. That's what it really tells me, because wouldn't you be with your kid if you know your husband is coming to get your kid? Or wouldn't you say, hey, or your ex-husband, I should say, or wouldn't you say, hey, you know, my kid is going to be over here, so pick him up over there? If you really cared, that's the thing, you know, and it's a negative.
Keep trying to keep my son from me. I'm fixing to drag you and Anne-Marie and everybody else into court. I'm subpoenaing your mom. I'm subpoenaing Anne-Marie. This is on video. I'm very Leave!
Okay, so I'm going to show you what unfolds from this. Let's see, another video. Let me show you. Okay.
And mental well-being of the children.
Judge Anne-Marie correct.
So the beta male simp pulls out the weapon. And the thing is, the woman knew he was going to do this. The woman knew that he had weapons. The woman knew that he was going to overreact, because I'm sorry to say it, when you have a woman who is a bitter baby mom or a bitter ex-wife, what she's going to do with the new guy is she's going to tell him all these smear stories about you. She's going to paint this bad picture of you, that like you did all this wrong and that you did nothing right for her, and that you were just this horrible person. So what the beta male simp does is he has it in his mind, oh, I gotta defend this woman, or I gotta protect this woman. Oh, I gotta basically bow down and do this woman's every bidding. She wanted him to do this. She wanted him to do this. She set it up. Like, that's the thing. She set it up. She knew this was going to happen. She knew it was. She knew damn well it was going to happen. So he pulls out an assault rifle.
Call 911.
Unvarnished.
And I'll show you the video. But this is the reason why she was bitter. I'm I'm going to show you right now. This is the reason why she was bitter. This is the
Not charge or arrest Caruth. Jennifer also releasing on Wednesday a petition to get full custody of Chad's children from their mother, Chad's ex-wife, Christina Reed, saying in the affidavit Christina has, quote, Jennifer also releasing on Wednesday a petition to get full custody of Chad's children from their mother, Chad's ex-wife, Christina Reed, saying in the affidavit Christina has, quote, endangered the physical and mental well-being of the children by permitting them to be in the presence of the man who killed their father. But
So, the husband was actually trying to get custody of the kids. That's what her bitterness was. And I'm gonna tell you this. If you're a man and you're on your square and you have your things together, it's better for you to take custody of the kids 9 times out of 10, because if you're a man, you can deal with being separated. You can deal with getting separated. You know what I mean? And your mental health is probably gonna still be well. But when a woman gets separated, forget about it. Forget about it. She doesn't need to have the kids. Now I'm going to show you a video of what happened, of what took place. And I'm going to also show you a video of how disgusting this woman is. The baby mama. It's loading right now. Okay, here we go. Give me 1 second.
After the shooting death of a Lubbock father. Your news starts now.
Local news that matters. This is KLBK News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for choosing KLBK News. I'm Matt Stell.
I'm Terry Furman. An update on the shooting death of Chad Reed. His widow, Jennifer Reed, filing a $50 million wrongful death lawsuit on Monday against William Kyle Caruth.
KLBK.
So if you didn't hear that, the baby mama is now filing a $50 million lawsuit against the beta male simp who she was with at the time for killing her husband. Okay. So my intuition tells me she had this planned out all along. My intuition tells me that she looked at this beta male and saw opportunity and knew that he can be manipulated to do things like that. Because here's the thing, if he was a real man, he would understand where the other man is coming from. He wouldn't pull out a gun and say, get off of my property. He would be like, well, you know, I understand, bro. Let's try to figure this out. Let's try to call and see where the child is. That way you can go get the child. We can find out where he is right now, and then you can go get him. If he was a real man, and if he was looking from the man's perspective, but he wasn't.
Case Elizabeth Fitz spoke with her attorney today about it all. Now, Elizabeth, were you able to clear up any confusion or get some sort of answers about this case?
Terry, Matt, as stated in court documents, on November 5th, Chad Reed showed up to his ex-wife's place of business to find his son. Per their custody agreement, Reed's attorneys say he was entitled to see his child at that time. We were able to hear from both of Jennifer's attorneys on this matter, and I must warn you, some of the video we'll play in the story depicts a fatal shooting. Viewer discretion is advised. According to his widow, 54-year-old Chad Reed only wanted to see his son.
Where's my son?
But his life was taken by William Kyle Carruth, a man who Reed's attorneys claim had no business involving himself in the custody dispute.
I'm recording it. Oh my God.
So you see that he just capped him.
He was supposed to get the children whenever they were released from school. And so they were to be released from school that day at 3:15. That's whenever he was supposed to be getting his son.
He was not told where his child was. He was not, they were basically playing hide the ball with him with regard to his child. It had happened in the past.
You heard that. You heard that, right? Hide the ball with him. That's what women do. It's sad, and it's sad that now her son is fatherless. That's the most sad thing about this whole situation. Her son is fatherless now. He has to grow up without a dad because his dad's deceased now, and the mom is not going to tell them how he was deceased. She's not going to do that. You know what I mean? So, it's sad, but this is what it is.
He was frustrated, as many people would be, but he didn't bring a weapon.
This is when defendant William Kyle Carruth interjected himself into the conversation, went inside the place of business, and returned with a gun, according to court documents.
Carruth should have never injected himself into the argument, and he certainly should have never brought a gun. That was unreasonable.
In an interview with Good Morning America, Harris says this could be considered a violation of Texas Penal Code when a person interferes with child custody, violating terms of a court order.
If Mr. Carruth was aiding and abetting someone who is interfering with child custody, that is a state jail felony in Texas. If you're interfering with child custody, that's a felony charge.
But
she doesn't care about that. She wanted him to interfere. That's what the baby mom wanted him to do. She knew that he was going to do that. She set it up, basically. She knew that, like, for example, that she wouldn't be able to place a hit on him without that hit being traced back to her. She knew that. She completely understood, but it just happened how it is. That's how she set it up.
Harris also said he cannot predict criminal charges.
That's not for us to decide. Right now, it is in the hands of the Texas Attorney General.
Tony Busby, representing Jennifer Reed in the wrongful death lawsuit against Kyle Carruth and his places of business, wrote in the petition,
well, that's why she set it up in front of the business too. It's because she knew maybe that business is making a lot of Skrilla. So she figures that, if I sue him and also get the business, then I'm loaded. I don't have to worry about being him, like, basically seeking companionship from me.
Defendants owed Chad Reed a reasonable duty of care to act as a reasonable, prudent person would under the circumstances.
I just call the police and say, get the devil out of here and call the police. That's what a reasonable person does.
Who's going to bring out, they're having a discussion about a custody thing. There's no physical altercations. Who's going to bring a gun out? Why? If he's...
The reason why is because she knew that he was going to do that. She imprinted in his head, my ex is this, my ex-husband is that. He's just like a freaking punk. He's this, he's that, he's a no good this and that. For a weak beta male, it's gonna happen like that. You know, it's gonna happen in that way. You know what I mean? That's how it's gonna happen, basically.
If he's in fear for his life, why didn't he go in and lock the door and call the police? I mean, he's not in fear for his life. You can see it in his face. He wanted to do this.
Attorney Busby cited the reason.
Of course he wanted to do it. Of course he did. Because he knew he was going to get away with it.
Reasons for this lawsuit, calling Carruth's conduct a violation of several sections of the Texas Penal Code, including terroristic threat, murder, capital murder, manslaughter, and criminally negligent homicide, which brings some important questions. Why hasn't Carruth been charged with any crimes, or should this be treated as...
Because probably behind the scenes, she's probably saying, no, don't charge him. And also, they probably have one of them stand your ground laws too.
It's a legitimate case of self-defense. We're searching for answers to these questions, and we'll have more for you on our website at everythinglubbock.com.
So you see, just, man, you should just avoid them, man. I'm telling you, don't deal with them. I'm going to add one more. This is kind of off topic. But beware, guys. I'm telling you, beware. Beware. Because they're not going to tell you. If they're asking you this, these Decepticons aren't going to tell you. Okay? So beware.
Should I tell him I'm transgender?
So, as a man, you guys have to look at those signs. Okay? Look at their hands. Look at their feet. If they look big and long, then, that's a telltale sign. Listen to their voice. Okay? Just look at them. Look at their cheekbones. Look at everything. Okay? And the most important thing is, if you're in the dark, please look at their damn manioca. Should still be there. See? Now, here's a TikTok video. This woman is like 50 years old. And it goes to show you that validation knows no age limit.
My soul needs a spiritual healing. Like God, been fucked, you feel as a way she took my soul needs a spiritual healing. Like God, my soul needs a spirit.
So, guys, no matter what, especially a single woman, no matter what age, they're going to seek validation. Okay? Stay safe out here, but still stay dangerous, man. What I mean by dangerous, keep your inner eye open for these modern Western women and their evil games. And don't fall victim to them. Full of signing out. Jarama.